So I actually started tennis at a very young age. I started like playing a bit when I was 3 years old. So it's kind of been like my whole life. My sister and brother started playing when my sister was 6 and my brother was 8. There was a tennis court nearby, so our father went and asked if we could get any tennis lessons. So then they started, and I'd like play for like 2 minutes when I was like 3, when I could barely even hold a racket. And then when I was 6, I started my own tennis lessons, and then from then on, it was just like tennis constantly. Yeah. When my parents went to school in Zimbabwe, it was still like there was still like segregation, and yeah, there was racism at that time. So it was like a very different situation that they grew up in than what I did, because when I was born, it was like 20 years after our independence. So yeah, they went through a completely different experience than I did. Growing up, they really like emphasize on like treating everyone the same regardless of how they look or where they're from or whatever aspect about them. So I feel like that did play a big part, because they really grew up on like the end of the spectrum where you're not treated so nice just because of the way you are or where you're born. So I want to go to law school. That's what I still want to do right now. I feel like in Zimbabwe there's a lot of corruption, and it really detriments the economy. And right now the economy is doing really bad. There's so many violations to human rights. So that's why I want to get a law degree, because I feel like in that way I could actually help in some way. And if I leave with like a business degree on top of that, like I'll have like more experience like on the business aspect of it. And the only reason I traveled so much was for tennis tournaments. I've been to so many different countries, and you get to know so many different cultures, and I feel like getting to know like different places and how they live, it makes you like more open-minded, and you realize that there's so much more in the world than maybe where you just come from. And then you get to understand where different people are coming from, and I feel like that's very important for like every human being to be like aware of your surroundings, not just your immediate surroundings, but like people everywhere else. I probably wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for tennis. Yeah.